it's funny how you got women out here who will sit there and try to put down men for wanting to be alone and be at peace, while at the same goddamn time they believe that they themselves are not only above ridicule, but you got these women out here believing that they're the only ones who's privileged to to live such a lifestyle. And yes, the contradictions and the hypocrisy is at an all-time high with this one. But yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. As always, I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOWs at the same time as always, which is why retarded fucks keep us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again. And for tonight's topic of discussion, strong, independent feminists want to talk about the male loneliness epidemic. I might change the title. If I think of a better one. But nevertheless, let's get back to the subject at hand. You got this bitter broad who's clearly injecting her own insecurities on all men who prefers to be alone, who prefers to be at peace, all because her own relationships went to shit. And believe me, ma'am, if you were a mineral, you'd be glass. Now, why would I say that? Why would she be glass? Because the men can easily see right through you. And we already know what you're really complaining about, contrary to what you want people to believe. And before I go any further, shout out to Anton Daniels. I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check it out. But enough of me talking. I'm ready to go off. Let's go.
The male loneliness epidemic isn't just sad, it's self-inflicted. You keep hearing about male loneliness. Men feeling isolated, men are depressed, men are saying women don't want them anymore. I can say this over and over and over again. Women are tired. Women are tired of begging grown men to go to therapy. We are tired of asking for emotional maturity and basic.
Bitch, you need to go to therapy your own goddamn self, for that matter. And for the record, what is you tired of? No, ma'am. Answer the question. What is you tired of? But if you think the male loneliness epidemic is self-inflicted, then we could say the same thing about you so-called strong, independent women that don't need a goddamn man. Yes, strong, independent women are also self-inflicted. No, ma'am. This is your logic here being used against you. If the male loneliness epidemic is self-inflicted, then strong, independent women that don't need a man is also self-inflicted if we want to play this game. Off the gate. But let's continue.
Communication. We are tired of having to teach a man how to love, respect, or show up like a partner, not a project. It's not that women don't care. We are just tired of raising men, grown men. We are done settling just to say.
That sounds like a you problem, ma'am. And I find it quite comical. You want to talk about what you're tired of. Ma'am, it seems like your love life isn't any better than these men that you're talking about. Oh, you're tired of men not seeking therapy. but yet the same can also be said for you women too. And yes, everybody is sick and fucking tired of y'all trying to use therapy as a gender factor. I'll say this again. Everybody's tired of you women trying to use therapy and mental health as a factor, that as a gender factor. And no, don't sit here and pretend like, oh, all these men need therapy while you women are mentally sane. And yes, there's a lot of women. In fact, there are more women than men that needs to seek mental therapy here. So no, we ain't gonna play this gender war when it comes to therapy and mental health. You claim you're tired of you claim that you're tired of trying to teach men how to love. If you have to teach a man how to love, then once again, that's a you problem. But ain't no way in hell we gonna let you inject your insecurities onto other men like that. Hell no. No, ma'am. It's the men, it's the men that was in your life that didn't want to learn how to love. It was the men that you chose. Not men who prefer to be alone and be at peace with themselves, but the men that you chose. And yet here you are, trying to paint all men who prefer to be alone with a broad brush. And this is coming from the same woman who swears up and down she's strong and independent. Be strong and independent, woman. Don't you say y'all claim y'all don't need a man, but here y'all are complaining about what men don't do. See all that shit right there is so goddamn contradictory. Let's continue.
We're not alone too. Meanwhile, a lot of these men refuse to evolve. They'll blame feminism, they'll blame independence, they'll blame anything except looking in the mirror and saying, maybe I.
Why? Why? Because you, ma'am, is independent? Because you, ma'am, is a feminist? Because you, ma'am, is a hypocrite? And yeah, we're gonna call out y'all hypocrisy right here, right fucking now. Ain't it funny? When men wants to be alone, wants to be at peace with themselves, enjoys their solitude, oh, it's a male loneliness epidemic. But when a woman chooses to be alone, chooses solitude, oh, that's being strong, independent. And once again, it's a case of rules for me, but not for thee. I mean, the hypocrisy is off the Richter scale. And she sits in her car in front of her camera, wondering why. Why? Why these men are like this? And to be honest, those same men can ask that same question about you. But let's continue.
Just need to heal too, or maybe I need to grow up. The loneliness ain't because women stop loving, it's because men stop leading. They stop showing up. They also stop doing the work. If you want to fix the epidemic, you need to start with accountability. You need to start with.
Bitch, have several seats and shut the fuck up about accountability when you are the same women who are allergic to accountability. In fact, there's not a single man on the face of this earth that wants to hear shit about accountability coming from a woman. The same women that's scared to face their own accountability. But here's the contradiction of it all. What did she say earlier?
Men stop leading. They stop showing up. They also stop doing the work. If you want to fix the epidemic, you need to start with accountability.
Let's go back further.
Independence, they'll blame anything except looking in the mirror and saying, maybe I just need to heal too, or maybe I need to grow up. The loneliness ain't because women stop.
So it's only the men that don't look in that mirror, that don't want to face their own accountability? No. Women are in that same boat too, whether she likes it or not. But then again, this is the same woman who wants to blame all men for her failed relationships. So it's clear to see that she is scared to look in that mirror her own damn self, but expect for men to look in that mirror. That retarded fuck-ass logic is dumb. Let's continue.
Loving, it's because men stop leading. They stop showing up. They also stop doing the work. If you want to fix the epidemic, you need to start with accountability. You need to start with awareness.
Nobody's trying to hear shit about accountability coming from a woman who doesn't want to face her own accountability. Point blank, period. And yes, the absolute irony of the fact that she wants to lecture men about accountability, but these will be the same women who runs from it. And she wonders why these men ain't trying to hear shit coming from her. Let's continue.
Because connection isn't built through control or complaining, it's built through healing. And a lot of y'all.
And once again, we got yet another contradiction. It's funny and yes, it is ironic she wants to talk about connection, and in the same breath, she cries, bitches, and complains about complaining. While complaining at the same time. How does that work? She has a problem with complaining while complaining at the same time. Everything she sat there and whined and cried about, she's also doing the exact same thing. She has a problem with the male loneliness epidemic while swearing up and down that she's independent. And of course, she showed all of us her insecurities. This is the reason why she had to bring up independence, women being independent and women being feminists, because she is independent and a feminist her own damn self. It ain't hard to tell. And as I said, if she was a mineral, she'll be glass because we can see right through her bullshit. But let's continue.
Too prideful to even start.
Yo, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know not one man in my circle, in my sphere, in the bag chasers. I have over 18,000 bag chasers on Patreon. And I talk to these people on a regular basis. We do meetups. I go city to city. I don't know one man that is lonely. I know men that are alone. I don't know any man that is lonely. Meaning that...
Me neither. Me neither, Anton. Anton? I'm alone. I'm alone when I'm not getting pussy. But that don't make me lonely. Need the other men I know who is alone is lonely. But at the same time, this is what they believe. Just because these men are alone, that means they're lonely. That means they have problems. That means they have mental issues. And again, if that's the case, then the same can be said about the women too, who claim to be strong, independent, don't need a man, while at the same time, wondering where's the men at. That's right. Those same women who claim that they strong, independent, don't need a man, are the same ones asking, where are the good men at? So that begs the question, who's really alone? Who's really dealing with the loneliness here? And for the record, because I know this woman is so dumb as shit. She made a video voicing her fucking complaints, while at the same time, she don't give a damn about anybody else's complaints, anybody else's issues, but she expects for everyone to give a fuck about hers. But I also said this shit too. It's funny how they don't give a fuck what you go through, but these will be the same ones that wants everybody to give a fuck about what they go through. And this is how they act when they get, this is how they act when the same energy they give out comes right back to them tenfold. But I digress. Let's continue.
When these guys are making a decision that they want to divest themselves against whatever it is that's distracting them from being on their purpose. And I think that the biggest thing for men, I'm going to break this all the way down for y'all. The biggest thing for men is that they had lost the plot. So the generation, the boomers, the Xers, they completely lost the plot. And what they were more focused on was making women happy instead of, and this is where you got the happy wife, happy life narrative from, they were more concerned with making women happy instead of focusing on their purpose and understanding that the women come with it. For whatever.
Exactly. And yes, I do have a video out proving why the term happy wife, happy life is bullshit, because fellas, your wives are happy, but at whose expense? And yes, I talk to a lot of husbands that's out there telling men not to get married. Basically, they are sacrificing their own happiness just to make their wife happy while they're miserable in the goddamn marriage. No bullshit. Y'all can look this shit up for yourselves. Let's continue.
Reason, and I don't know where y'all got this from. I don't know what surveys y'all taking or what's going on. There is not a shortage of women that is available for men. As a matter of fact, when you winning and when you on top of things, women are more willing to divest themselves against a situation where a guy is a good guy, and they will go with a guy that's already in a situation in order to make sure that they fulfill whatever it is that's within them. And that's just the nature of women. The nature of women is to chase the guy that is winning. And so what guys, and I'm going to bring it all together for you. So what guys have realized through other men that are basically breaking down and helping them to understand exactly how they need to move in order to be successful, and everything else falls with it, is that they've now said, you know what, we're not going to focus so much on women. Whereas she's saying show up and all of this other nonsense that she's saying and working together, we not working with you no more. It doesn't.
And that's all there is to it. But going back to what Anton said, in which let me just go ahead and say this shit. No, let me just go ahead and say this. Some of these women don't even know what they want in a relationship. They claim they want this man to have his shit together, have a job, have his own car, have his own home. have a steady income. And believe me, there are men that has all of that, but those are the same men these women don't want. No, 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 no. Uncle JD's going to keep it upfront and real, call a ball and a strike, because we all know this shit is true. They want this certain type of men, but because those men don't fit that criteria, they don't pick those men. Instead, they will pick a man they won't even know. Don't even know if he has a job, his own house, his own car, or has a steady income. No, they pick men because they feel they want to be feel protected, or he brings protection, or they have this belief that if I get with this man, I could change this man to whoever I want him to be. Oh, but damn, when reality hits, when reality and the pressure hits, so does the contradiction. And when they find out that that man isn't what they want him to be, and it's not changing for them, these would be the same women that now wants to jump on social media and wants to cry, bitch, and complain about these same men they didn't choose. All because of what the men they did choose did to them. And it goes back to what I said about this shit too. And yes, you got women that will pick the same man. And when that same man fuck them all over, they'll then turn around and wants to blame all men for that one man. I shit you not. They go after they go after that certain type of men, and then get mad at all the men for the men that they chose. And which, as I stated before, that is a her problem. Those were the men you chose. Those were the men you wanted. And those were the men you deemed acceptable out of all the other men, these women sat there and said weren't shit, ain't their type, ain't worth their time. And this also goes back to another video I made. And yes, fellas, it's a trip that you got women out here who wants to tell men how to be men, but yet when it comes to their dating life, those men that they pick are not the men they lecture other men. And yes, I'll say this again so that way everybody has a better understanding. They want to lecture men on what a real man's supposed to be, but the men that they choose to date shows they, oh my God, y'all get the point. But this is what happens you're trying to get all your words out. They want to lecture men on what a real man's supposed to be, but when it comes to their dating life, they have a hard time picking a real man. There, I got it out. And some of these women end up getting that clarity on what a real man's supposed to be after the goddamn damage is done. After the hurt, after the abuse, after the multiple kids, by multiple men in which they don't even need to talk about where a real man's supposed to be if you have more than one baby daddy. Y'all get what I'm saying here. But let's continue.
Mean that we're not going to get what we want. It means that we're not willing to do it the way that you think that we should do it. At what point in history, since the biblical days, since the Bible itself, has it ever given instruction that a man is supposed to follow a woman's lead or advice?
None.
It is truly a problem that we have women on a pulpit. It is truly a problem that we have women that keep saying that they want partnerships. It's truly a problem that you keep complaining about leadership that you select to be with, have children with, and then for whatever reason come to an epiphany that you need to raise your standards and think that guys are supposed to follow in your footsteps. It is the fact that you've aligned yourself with feminism. Now, there's nothing wrong with women getting jobs and going to school. That's just being an adult. But what guys are seeing, especially from black women in particular, is that y'all didn't get educated so that you can actually get a better job and get more income. You got educated for the sake of saying that you got educated so that you can then throw that in guys' face and think that that's supposed to mean something to us. Well, we don't care because we're looking at your student loans. We looking at the fact that you're still unemployed and 300,000 black women have been laid off from the workforce.
We're looking at the times when they've been partying during their college years and been a pass around. I've been to college not once but twice. Yes, I know the deal.
We're paying attention to what's happening in the culture and that there are more single mothers than ever before. We're paying attention to the women that you are listening to that is advising y'all because single women keep single women. Right? Like it's an obvious disconnect between the results and the people that are complaining about it. So guys are having conversations about the state of things so that we can make sure that we're getting the right direction and that we're having the best results. And so what I see happening with guys is guys are more dedicated than ever to what is best for them, understanding that the women come with it, the money comes with it, the clout comes with it, the success come with it, the motion comes
Facts.
with it, everything else come with it. And happiness is what follows. I know so many dudes that are winning in life and they not stunting it. They don't care if a woman is there or if she's not there because their happiness has never been in a woman. Conversely, a woman can't be by herself ever and find true happiness within herself because the way that she...
And that's another fact. Men can deal with being alone. But women don't want to be alone. Certified fact. A man can handle being alone. But once a woman is alone, despite them claiming that they're strong, independent, don't need a man, which of course, they're lying to themselves, they do need a man. Some will go as far as to be another man, to be a side piece to a man that's already in a relationship. Yes, side piece. But I'm going to stop it right here. Man, I said I was going to go off and I went off hard. But that's all I got for tonight. Again, shout out to Anton Daniels. If y'all want to watch his video in its full entirety, I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check it out. Tell him JD Miles sent you. But that's all I got for tonight. I'm done and I'm out this bitch. Later.